Welcome to the results video for UFC China, where we will find out which channels had the most and least correct picks for predicting the winner of each fight and how much money you could have won or lost if you had blindly followed all of their picks. And we also do the same for their winner plus method of victory predictions. We start with the least accurate channels for picking the winner for each fight. In this video I will only include channels that made picks on at least half of all the fights, so a minimum of 6 for this card. At number 4 for least correct picks this week we have Brandon from Santina the Franco podcast and UFC Gambling Addicts. Both had 5 out of 11 correct for 45.5%. In third place we have the following 6 channels in alphabetical order with 5 out of 12 correct for 41.7%. In second place for least correct picks we have Sportsbook Killer. He had 4 out of 10 picks correct for 40%. And in first place this week for least accurate channels for picking the winner for each fight we have Raybox from Bros Talk MMA, Eagle MMA and Fight Fiend Forecast. All 3 of them had 4 out of 12 picks correct for 33.3%. For the most accurate channels for predicting the winner of each fight, at number 5 we have Dirt MMA with 7 out of 10 correct for 70%. At number 4 we have Sun Tzu Tips. He had 5 out of 7 correct for 71.4%. In third place we have a total of 14 channels, all in alphabetical order with 9 out of 12 correct for 75%. In second place for most correct picks we have Paul from the Boogie Beatdown. He had 7 out of 9 correct for 78%. And in first place for this event for the most accurate channels we have Cody from the Boogie Beatdown, Kunat and the MMA Guru. All 3 of them had 10 out of 12 picks correct for a correct pick percentage of 83%. And here is the complete overview of all channels that I've tracked this week, also including channels that made picks on less than half of all the fights, with their correct and total picks and the correct pick percentage. For this next part of the most profitable and unprofitable predictors, we will again only look at channels that made picks on at least half of all the fights, so a minimum of 6. Every pick a channel made counts, regardless of confidence level or odds preference. And for each of their picks we place a $100 moneyline bet. And to calculate the results we use the odds from the tail of the tape. At number 10 for least profitable channels for this event we have DFS by the numbers and the Wager Zone. Both with a loss of $407 for a return on investment of minus 34%. Money Moicano is at number 9 with a return on investment of minus 34.5% over his 12 picks. At number 8 we have Half the Battle, Pick'em MMA, That Betting Dude and Uncle Weezy with a return on investment of minus 35%. Eagle MMA is at number 7 with a minus 38.6% ROI. In 6th place is Coach from Premium Picks with minus 39.6%. With minus 43.5% we have Brandon from the Santina the Franco podcast at number 5. In 4th place with a minus 45% ROI we have Lightning MMA and Angelo from We Want Picks. The Sportsbook Killer is in 3rd place with minus 46.7%. In 2nd place is LFG MMA Picks with a return on investment of minus 48.2%. And in 1st place this week for least profitable channel we have Fight Fiend Forecast. If you had placed a $100 moneyline bet on each of his picks you could have lost $699 for a return on investment of minus 58.2%. Which channels could have made you the most money if you had blindly followed all of their picks? At number 10 for most profitable channel we have Topside MMA with a return on investment of 20.6% over his 12 picks. At number 9 we have Jason from Fight HQ and Adam from MMA Odds Breakers. Both of them had a return on investment of 21%. A-Side MMA is at number 8 with a return on investment of 21.7%. At number 7 we have Blind Bear MMA, Jake Gerber MMA, Sports Betting Up and The Mike Finn Show with 22%. With an ROI of 23.8% we have James Lynch at number 6. In 5th place is Paul from the Boogie Beatdown with 27.6%. The Prestige is at number 4 with 31.3%. In 3rd place is the MMA Guru with a return on investment of 35.4%. In 2nd place is Cody from the Boogie Beatdown with 45.6%. And in 1st place, the most profitable channel this week, we have Kunat.
Let's make some money.
If you had followed all of his 12 picks and placed a $100 moneyline bet on each of them, you could have won $586 for a very good return on investment of 48.8%. And here is the complete overview of all channels that I've tracked this week, including those channels that made less than 6 picks, with their money won or lost, their return on investment, correct and total picks, correct pick percentage and total investment. And now we go over the results for the correct winner and method of victory predictions, and we use the same rules as before, so in these results I only include channels that made a minimum of 6 winner plus method of victory predictions. The least accurate channels this week with their winner plus method of victory predictions we have at number 5 Guaranteed from Bros Talk MMA with 2 out of 7 correct for 28.6%. The fourth least accurate channel was UFC Gambling Addicts with 3 out of 11 for 27%. In third place with a correct pick percentage of 25% we have Cesar Leo, GP Bet Journal, Lightning MMA and The Prestige. And number 2 is the MMA Fortune Teller with a correct pick percentage of 20%. And the least accurate channels with their winner plus method of victory predictions we have the following 4 channels: Drywall, Eagle MMA, LFG MMA Picks and Sports Betting Hub with a 16.7% correct pick percentage and a total of 2 out of 12 or 1 out of 6 picks correct. The most accurate channels this week with the correct winner and method of victory predictions we have Pick'em MMA at number 5 with 3 out of 7 correct for 43%. In fourth place we have a total of 12 channels with 4 out of 8, 6 out of 12 or 3 out of 6 correct for 50%. In third place is the MMA Guru with 4 out of 7 correct for 57%. In second place with 7 out of 12 correct we have Bryce from Boston, MMA BG and UFC Ginny with a correct pick percentage of 58.3%. And the most accurate channel this week with the correct winner and method of victory predictions we have Adam from the MMA Odds Breakers. He had 6 out of 10 correct for 60%. And here is the complete overview of all channels that I've tracked this week that made a correct winner plus method of victory prediction, with a correct plus total predictions and a correct prediction percentage. For the least and most profitable channels with their correct winner plus method of victory predictions, we use the average odds from oddsjam.com that I've tracked a few hours before the event start, which you can see on screen now, and I've highlighted the results and odds in yellow. At number 10 for the least profitable channel with the correct winner plus method of victory predictions we have Coty MMA with minus 31%. JP Bet Journal is at number 9 with minus 34.5%. Cisalo is at number 8 with minus 36.6%. Greedo Plays MMA is at number 7 with minus 37%. Lightning MMA at number 6 with minus 38%. With 38.6% we have That Betting Dude at number 5. And these were all relatively close compared to the rest. Because in third place we have the MMA Fortune Teller with a return on investment of minus 60.3%. In third place with minus 71.3% we have LFG MMA Picks, and with a slightly worse ROI of minus 71.6% we have Drywall at number 2. But the least profitable channel this week, if you had followed all of their correct winner plus method of victory predictions and placed a $100 bet on each of them, was Sports Betting Hub. He had 1 out of his 6 predictions correct, which could have given you a return on investment of minus 74.3%. And for the most profitable channels with the correct winner and method of victory predictions, we have the Finch Chats at number 10 with a return on investment of 35.7%. MMA BG is at number 9 with 37.3%. With 49.3% we have Bryce from Boston at number 8. Tank Top MMA is in 7th place with 50.1%. With 52.8% ROI we have Adam from the MMA Odds Breaker. In 5th place is Bedtime MMA with a return on investment of 66%. Young Pasty is at number 4 with 73.9%. With 77.7% we have the MMA Mystic in 3rd place. And with 80.9% ROI we have Benny P MMA in 2nd place. But the most profitable channel this week with the correct winner and method of victory predictions and with a very high return on investment of 107% was UFC Ginny. If you had followed his 12 correct winner plus method of victory predictions, you could have made a profit of $1,286 for a very good return on investment of 107%. So, congratulations to the UFC Ginny for being the most profitable correct winner and method of victory predictor. And here is the overview of all channels that I've tracked this week with the correct winner and method of victory predictions results, also including all those channels that made less than 6 predictions. With their total money won or lost, their return on investment, correct picks, total picks, correct pick percentage and their investment. That was it for this video. In a couple of days I will release the results video for the first 8 months of 2025. So keep an eye out for that one. Thank you so much for watching, have a great week and I'll see you in the next video.